Radio Network, which can mean one and only thing. It's right over here.
There it is.
There you go.
It's wrong, Bill.
Tua's on the stretcher. That's what it means.
That is insane. We're
watching in the studio.
Yeah,
we're
in the
not
studio.
broadcasting,
We're not broadcasting.
NFL
Yeah, yes. Be very clear about that.
Clear about that.
But yeah, Bridgewater is in.
Welcome to Chip Chat, everybody.
Yeah, welcome.
I'm Chip. Who are you, Tez?
He just told him.
That's
right.
Okay.
You're
not Tua.
I am not Tua. I mean,
no.
I saw
his Bridgewater.
No, I'm not him either. I saw Tua last week where they said that his back. I saw him his back injury.
He was a little gimpy last week.
They said it was a back, even though I seen him pass out when I saw him walking towards the huddle. And it was 100 degrees in Miami. I feel like they were playing.
His brother gave Michigan a heart attack for the first half last Saturday. We settled it.
Yeah. Oh, you guys
only won by like 10.
Yeah.
Against Maryland.
Oh yeah, I did see that on the screen somewhere.
That is really unacceptable. That's basically a loss.
We almost had you. Damn it.
Yeah,
we almost had
you. That's the new Big Ten.
Way to go, Turtles.
Good way to go, Turtles.
All right. Well, welcome to College Football Chat.
Exactly.
This show's gone off the
the rails. Where are we at?
Okay. Here's what we want to talk about.
Yes.
We have a special guest this week. Maybe. We have a planned special guest. It's up in the air.
Oh, okay.
Okay. They're joining us via link.
Oh, yes. I can see why.
From the great state of Meth Gator, otherwise known as Florida. They're joining us
That's funny, man.
because Florida Governor Ron DeSantis is currently busing a Cuban migrant named Ian up the coast of their state. And I am not making that up. That's true. He did that.
Oh my God.
If they're here,
that might turn
we'll tell you who they are.
That might turn the election in 2024.
I hope so.
You never know.
The other very big news in our intro this week is that this show, Chip Chat, which has been on for nearly 8 years on this Ripped Radio Network, is going to be the place where we announce the Rippies nominations this year.
What?
Yes.
Wait, that's exactly what I was saying. Okay, so the announcements are going to happen here.
So the Rippies are going to be happening in December.
Right.
On December 17th. Tickets are going to be available. Stay tuned. Watch ripradionetwork.com for all of your information. They're not available yet.
Yeah,
y'all just like chill out. But the nominations are going to be announced live on this show on Thursday, November 3rd.
Dope. Okay. So Trump's coming in?
Yes, I imagine. I don't know. He texted me and said, did he want to do the nomination? He did not clear any of the rest of that up.
Yeah,
He's supposed to talk to me today.
For
that
way
did not
too many
happen. That was him. But we've done this nomination show in a number of other ways. We've had live venues and all kinds of stuff. But this is the first time that it's going to be on our show.
Look at this.
Which is tremendous.
That means people will tune in.
Maybe.
Maybe.
I don't know. At least the 4 or 5 other people on the network will tune in that night to see if they got nominated.
Hey, look.
If you want to get nominated,
there you go.
Send $50 to Chip Chat, care of Brian, the white guy, at ripradionetwork.com.
Yeah, there you go. We're cheap.
That's how that works. $50.
$50.
You get a nomination. You're not going to win.
Yeah.
We don't know who's going to win.
We can
also, somehow we are executive producing this whole event.
Okay.
I was pressed into this, and which means you're
pressed I'm into
this
now. All right. Yeah.
Well, you didn't have a choice in that.
Exactly. So here we go. I'm producing the Rippies.
Yep. Okay. Otherwise, we have a packed show.
It is a packed show. A lot going on. We can't even talk about there's so much. There's a lot of stuff. There's so many things.
It was such a newsy week, and then some of the news didn't even happen this week, and I was grateful for that, which is a weird thing.
Thank God you guys taking that off.
I did golf today.
You did do golf today.
We're going to talk about that.
Yes, I'm excited to hear.
You're going to explain to me what I did wrong because it was all of it. You saw a picture. I
did see a picture.
It's true.
It happened.
It's guaranteed it happened.
It did happen.
NASA was playing cosmic pinball.
That was insane.
Which is crazy.
I was watching that.
I can't wait to explain that one.
I was watching that and just watching it get closer and closer. And I was like,
and then
which one are they trying to hit?
High five.
Yeah.
We should have a whole segment called Nerds. Come on.
Yeah. You talking about nerding out?
Yeah.
Wait till you see the video.
Yeah, they're not great.
Yeah.
Brian's got video.
Oh, this video. Oh, perfect.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
The dumbest possible coup rolls on and on. There was some court losses this week of their own making. We'll explain that. You have football stuff.
Yeah, bad. Look, so we took off week 3 because we weren't here. So it was week 3, we were up there. But week 2 was bad.
Yeah, we're gonna let you explain how bad you were. It
was bad.
And also ice cream.
Oh.
So I mean, all the things that the show is well known for. Politics and ice cream. It's basically Joe Biden.
Yeah.
Yeah. We can throw in a Corvette and some sunglasses.
Yeah. Aviators and we're good to go.
I got to get new glasses. I can't. I was already blind, but I'm drastically blind.
Oh, God.
And so I think my next set, I'm going to get a pair of aviators. So
there
I
you
can
go.
fit in.
Yeah. I mean,
because Barry O's got them and Joy B's got them.
Yeah.
And I'm going to be next, I assume. I'll be like Mayor Pete's VP.
Okay.
So I need a pair.
You need a pair.
That's how that works.
That's how that works.
You get aviators, you get to be VP.
Right. Okay.
That's how that goes.
Simple.
Got a good set.
Of course.
Yeah. She was wearing them today.
Yeah. Expensive. We're over in
She had an appearance today.
Yeah, she had an appearance where
I don't remember.
I forgot. Where
South Korea.
South Korea. I'm like, hold on, I should have known this.
I did know. She was antagonizing the guy who writes the love letters to the orange guy.
Finish him.
That one.
Anyways.
This is a great show. We are
I ain't gonna keep it. I'm gonna keep it moving on that. That's hilarious.
Do you have a word?
Yeah, of course.
Do you? Okay.
Yep. I've
got a word. Oh,
Simple
and you have
plan.
a book to
I do have a book, yeah.
You want to tell everybody about your book? Or you want to
well, it has the other Trump in the front of it.
All right, we'll do it when we come back.
That can go on forever.
I've got a word too. Okay. So you ready?
Yep, I'm ready.
All right, sit back, grab some
concussions.
It's pillow time. You're listening to the best show, the only show, Chip Chat on Ripped Radio Network.
Sweeps.
All right, welcome back to Chip Chat here on Rip Radio Network. I'm your host, Chip. With me is Tez.
What's popping up?
All right, now we've come to a segment that we're going to call Coup News You Can Use.
That's a good. I like it.
I like that, right?
Coup News You Can Use.
What I really like about this
Who knows what
is
people
that
will think you said next week.
I wrote this line, and it has the same sound in 4 different ways that are all spelled differently. Right? The coup sound, the news sound, the U and the U's all spelled differently.
Look at you.
Because English sucks. All right.
Yeah.
I'm gonna blame your people.
Yeah, look,
Speaking of English,
they're not my people.
Can we
I had to learn that myself too.
Quick slick detour that the pound sterling is more like a little bit of oxidized copper today.
You can't trust it.
What is going that was dynamite. If there has ever been a more concise example of the abject failure of Tory government from Brexit to now, it has been an absolute, it's not shooting themselves in the foot. It's shooting themselves in both legs, both hands, and maybe the nose. They are objectively trying to tank their own country.
I don't know much about economics, all right? I'm not going to sit here and think. I don't know a lot about it.
You know who knows? David Cameron.
David Cameron, right? But here's the thing. I just don't know when the whole world is right, facing
and coordinatedly facing is like the European Central Bank. Everybody's
like, hold on, friends.
Even China, like we're all kind of moving in the same direction. You got to tighten up the money supply. Yeah. We know what we got to do.
Right.
And Liz Truss is out here like, you know what we need? Tax cuts for billionaires. We need to get a little more money into this economy.
And like
that's red hot.
The global economy is looking like I think what really changed it over was like when they were like, oh, we're gonna relook at what we're doing, is they were saying they're gonna jeopardize their credit rating. Because they're like
Christine Lagarde was like, yo, Liz, what are you doing? Like, yo, and Macron was like, ooh, bad start, eh? Yeah.
That is, I think it's going to be a cold winter in Europe for many reasons.
Is there not? I mean,
in many reasons.
Could we not be more clear how right the Clash were in describing Tory government?
Yeah.
And this is like Thatcher on steroids. This is absolutely stupid. I've never seen a more abject failure of monetary policy and governance than the current British government going from
how long
Brexit
before Boris is back?
I mean, he'll probably come back leading Labour. Who knows? He doesn't believe in anything.
I was going to say, how long? I don't know.
As long as they give him wine and let him have parties.
Yeah.
All right. Coup news you can use.
Yeah,
All
right.
right.
Back
so,
over this side of the pond.
On our side of the pond, that orange guy is... All right.
As he ominously looks on our book right there.
I'm gonna preface this by saying, despite the fact that I'm Jewish, I'm not actually a lawyer. But I play one on this show. What I want to explain is the difference between plaintiff and defendant. Okay?
Yeah.
If, in this case, let's say, you are suing to have something changed in the way that a case is proceeding, you are the plaintiff. Okay? You're seeking relief, as it's called, legally speaking, which means that the burden of proof is on you as the plaintiff to prove that you have been harmed and that you have standing, and all of the evidence is on you. There isn't really a defense. There's nobody defending the position. It's up to you to prove that you have been harmed and you are seeking relief or an injunction or whatever the case may be. All right. Enter a guy who has literally no lawyers working for him, which is one Donald J. Trump. He can't get any lawyers who want to work for him.
Look, because you want to work again.
We're going to get to that. A 3-person Atlanta-based U.S. Court of Appeals panel staffed by 2 judges that he appointed ruled unanimously that the DOJ can continue to investigate all of the paperwork that he stole to Mar-a-Lago. Point 1. This is a long article, but we're just gonna preface that. But I want to take a quick aside because they cited some precedent of which there is a lot to explain why exactly they cannot give him the relief that he's seeking, because it's objectively stupid. Here's that precedent. We find unpersuasive plaintiff's insistence that he would be harmed by criminal investigation, quote, bearing the discomfiture, I don't know, it's legal stuff. The discomfort and cost of prosecution for a crime, even by an innocent person, is one of the painful obligations of citizenship. End quote. Do you want to know the name of that precedent? Because that's what I really want to talk about. Do you know it?
Is this the Cobble?
Cobbledick! Cobbledick versus U.S.
Lloyd
this
Cobbledick.
show is like, about all kinds of important stuff, but come on, Cobbledick.
Cobbledick written right there.
Citing Cobbledick is a great way to get out of court.
Yo,
Your Honor, Cobbledick versus
out of court
US.
And into a medic.
See you later. Cobbledick. There were a series of Cobbledicks.
Yeah.
Lloyd Cobbledick.
I was going to read.
There's a number of They're all named Lloyd Cobbledick. That's probably important, but we don't care about that.
To found a glass company. That's a funny name.
We just wanted to say Cobbledick on the radio.
There you go.
Better not be a glass flute company. apparently Lizzo played Jimmy Madison's Glass Flute.
Yeah.
Which was the first time it's probably ever been played.
Yeah.
It was a remarkable thing. The Library of Congress got her hooked up. It was cool. I saw the video. Guess what a bunch of white guys with goatees and Oakleys had to say about that.
Uh-oh.
Lord have mercy, I'm about to bust.
They were very offended about her outfit when she was playing this remarkable thing, being a classically trained flautist or whatever.
I mean,
look. We know. Okay, so basically,
usually people like black people playing instruments.
They just are mad about. Well, you think
throughout history, that usually is where. But you know what?
They just when their windows are up.
Yeah,
that's what they like. Yeah.
Exactly.
So Trump went into court. His own judges said no, get out of here. So the DOJ is continuing to investigate based on the stuff they've got. The Trump people said they were going to appeal to the Supreme Court, but then they couldn't get anybody to write the briefs. Here's why. A special master, that's that guy that he asked for specifically, Deary, Raymond Deary, who he actually asked for by name.
Yeah.
Set to review tens of thousands of documents in the Department of Justice's probe into the orange guy, may have to wait a bit longer. Do you know why?
Some type of
administrative issue.
Yeah.
Yeah. So here's the deal. As the plaintiff in this lawsuit, Trump is making the case that these classified documents that he stole can't be reviewed by the DOJ or the FBI because they're his.
But they're not.
And so
they're mine.
They're yours. So the special master was like, all right, fine. You're going to make your case in court. Before we even get to making your case in court, like, just go scan all this stuff so we can have it and put it on the court record. So, all right, cool. So they go out and look for like some company to help them scan 11,000 documents.
FedEx Kinko's can't.
They cannot find a company willing to take this job. Do you want to know why?
Don't tell me there's no paper shortage.
Because nobody thinks they're going to get paid.
Oh, wow. Paper shortage.
Trump's
different type of paper shortage.
So Trump so routinely stiffs his contractors that nobody is willing to take this job of digitizing the documents. So like weeks have gone by.
Doesn't the Postmaster General own FedEx?
Yeah, kind of.
The FedEx Kinko's, they can't work that out for him?
So eventually the DOJ, I'm not making this up, like Lost Patience was like, fine, we will contract this. We will guarantee the payment. And then we'll bill you back.
Hold on, wait. Just to get it done.
Yes,
so just the federal government
it done and move it on.
We're in a different time.
So they have contracted some company to scan all this stuff just to prove that it wasn't his in the first place, and just to move it on. And this week also Raymond Deary, Trump's handpicked special master, he loves that word, master.
Master, of course.
Was like, hey, are you actually making a case that this stuff was planted by the FBI or not? And Trump's one lawyer that he still has was like, we don't want to answer that question. You can't make us. He's like, I'm the special master. I can definitely make you answer that question. Either you're making this case or you're never allowed to offer this as an option ever again in any proceeding. And they're like, we'll get back to you. Like, what is this?
It's it is a shit show. I mean, on a few different levels, but at the end of the day, it's obviously the standard Trump play of you just want to extend delay. And he's very good.
The news cycle moves on.
Yeah, and he's just good at this. I mean, but but didn't that judge, the other judge that he appointed, she made a ruling, didn't she?
Well, she made a ruling that was word salad. It didn't make any sense.
Exactly.
So then the real judges, two of which he actually did appoint, were like, "No, lady, that's not how this works."
So my thing is like, are we going to keep going back and forth between this? And
so we're going to get probably to the full 11th Circuit, and then he's going to go to the Supreme Court, which Roger Stone got caught on video saying that he was going to be like, "No, fuck you. We're going to do whatever we want." But it's not actually going to work that way because there just aren't that many people who are willing to break the rules and lie like for him. He found one.
He did find one,
but he did not find three. And that's a problem.
After the midterms will be very interesting.
I mean, if we have midterms.
Okay, look.
I mean, if we have them, but then they turn into like the Civil War that I think is coming.
Hopefully, look, we're trying to make it. Can we just make it to 2024?
I would love to.
Just 2 more years.
Not super confident.
I know, right? Look, because people are
you're supposed to be the one that's saying this.
No. As I've done my research
so far into
exactly, and I started doing my research. I was like, well, everything seems to be ripe for
I mean, the Oath Keepers were on trial this week. Stuart Rhodes is in court making the case that Trump told him that he was going to initiate this insurrection act or whatever he was going to do, and authorize this militia to bring their guns in rowboats across the Potomac.
This is where it gets me upset, because you're really trying to play out some fantasy in your head.
It is a joke, right? Like they could just drive across the TR, but like it's so objectively
someone
stupid.
Gonna be on the front. You think you're gonna have a portrait up in the new White House?
I was on the crew team. We used to row on that Potomac. It is not easy to row on. It's not gonna happen for some untrained idiots with a bunch of guns in their boat.
The FBI sinks your boat as it comes.
They're just
it's coming.
The wind is gonna sink your boat. The chunks of debris coming downstream are gonna sink your boat. Like these people are just
these people they're aggrieved for whatever reason.
Well, we know what reason.
Exactly. They have too much time on their hands.
That's true.
They need they seem to be lacking having sex.
Seems to be one of the big issues.
Yeah, that seems to be a big issue.
They should probably get a better pillow.
That's what I was going to say. Exactly.
Yeah.
They need a better pillow, and you're affluent because you have all these guns.
Yeah.
Again,
guns are expensive.
Guns are very expensive. Yeah. And poor people might get like one gun.
Yeah.
Not an arsenal of friggin' guns. I don't know, Lord.
It's outrageous.
Jeannie's
got to go talk to.
She talked. Yeah, she came out today. I think
they said they got an agreement. I didn't know if they actually talked. I have unsubstantiated reports. Let's just say from people with knowledge of the situation that some of the data that Secret Service transferred to the J6 committee is corrupted. As a matter of fact, nearly all of it, and they can't read it. But why?
Because the Secret Service's job is to protect the president.
I'm not saying that it was nefarious, and I'm not saying how I know that. But what I am saying to any intrepid reporters who are listening is you might want to start asking around the staff of the J6 committee and be like, hey, did Secret Service send you a bunch of hard drives, and could you read them? Do with that what you will. Various intrepid reporters. It's not the first time we've moved the needle on this show. I think it's going to happen. I leaked it to a couple other ones.
Okay, of course. Anyways, they're the home. I make it home.
Post already has a story.
Oh, there we go.
All right, that's how we do it. There we go. You want to take a break?
Yeah, let's take a break.
All right, we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we've got some rundown, and we're going to talk to our guests. It's going to be crazy. You never know what's going to happen on this show. You're listening to Chip Chat on RIP Radio Network.
Sweeps.
d'autres pays. All right, welcome back to Chip Chat here on Rip Radio Network. I'm your host, Chip. With me is Tez.
What's popping up?
All right, now we've come to the part of the show called The Rundown, where I usually tell you about some stuff that's going on in the news. But this week, this is a special Rundown Coward edition.
Oh, Lord.
Yes. Featuring one, Action Paxton.
Oh, he just, oh.
Dateline, Austin, Texas. I'm assuming it's in Austin. That's the capital.
Yeah, capital, yeah.
Okay. Texas Attorney General Ken Paxton fled his home in a truck
Top
driven
cop.
by his wife, who is a state senator, by the way. Of course she is.
Of course she is.
Angela Paxton, to avoid being served a subpoena Monday, according to an affidavit filed in federal court. Now, before we get too far down this, he then went to court to ask for that to be quashed, and the judge granted him relief and quashed the subpoena and something else. So, like, he isn't actually running. I want to be clear. Like, we're not, no rampant speculation here. He's not actively a fugitive from the law, avoiding the process server. But at that moment, he was definitely avoiding the process server. So this guy who is a process server showed up at his house, announced himself as such, and was like, hey, I've got these papers to serve to you.
Not home.
And the dude ran. His wife came out, started the truck, and then he jumped in the truck and they took off to wherever. And then the guy left the paperwork on the
Mind
driveway.
you, he was outside his house an hour.
Yes. He was outside there for quite a long time.
Waiting for
Ernesto Martin Herrera, a process server, was attempting to serve the state's top attorney with a subpoena for a federal court hearing because he didn't want to go in a lawsuit from nonprofits that, quote, want to help Texans pay for abortions out of state. Of course, he doesn't want to be involved in that because, they're legally got standing and they want to know, hey, man, what's your deal? And he's like,
why would I tell you?
Well, I don't want women to have, things. Later on Monday, Paxton filed 2 requests, a motion to quash the subpoena and another to seal the certificates of service, both of which were granted. He claimed that the process server, this is my favorite part, quote, loitered at Attorney General's home for over an hour and repeatedly shouted at him and accosted him.
He's like, I have a subpoena.
I mean, he's a process server. That's literally his job. Hey, are you Ken Paxton? Shouting at.
Yeah.
Hanging around waiting for him to come out. I mean, he's got to hang around, wait for him. He's got to be handed the paperwork. And then he goes, accosted him. He handed him papers. It's not like he grabbed him and said, we're going to play skee ball, goddammit. He was like, here, you've been served. That was it. It's not
maybe he should have said it nicer.
Against his, well, I'm guessing his objection is to his name being Ernesto Martin Herrera.
Ooh,
yeah. He was maybe brown nosing a little bit too much. Hard on that one. All right, speaking of cowards, this one is called In Mother Russia. Draft dodges you.
Right, look at that. Ukraine updates.
As you may know, and if you put the Desmond Howard thing up, I'm going to throw everything at you.
Damn it.
Don't do it, Brian.
That's our Ukraine thing. That's all right.
We're
working it somewhere.
As you probably know, that guy who thinks he's president of Russia
and Ukraine
is having... Hit the bell, bro. He's having a tough time proving that.
Yeah, a really tough time. Look at this.
He wants to be president of Ukraine, but the Ukrainians are not going for it.
Yeah, they're not going for it.
And they've been fairly successful at telling him to fuck off.
Yeah.
And so he's like, well, I need more guys. So he's like, I'm just going to draft all the people.
For the small military operation.
For his special military operation. Yeah. It's not a war.
It's not a war.
But he needs to draft everybody.
Yeah.
So he started drafting 300,000 people. But they don't want to go.
That was not in the plans for these Russians, in the plan. Okay?
You shouldn't need 300,000 people. Didn't they have 150,000 to start with? And they lost 80,000 in the first week.
The numbers that's what I thought about immediately. I was like, wait, when the real numbers come out on this, how many?
80,000. That's a lot of people to lose in a couple months. It's more people than they lost in 9 years in Afghanistan.
That's insane.
Like, you ever play that game? What's it where you got like a lot of little armies and you roll some dice and you have a whole world
what is
map
that?
and do the thing?
But not
Risk.
but Risk is what. Yeah,
Putin never played it.
Never played.
Has no
it.
idea what it's like to like fight through attrition to hold Eurasia.
COVID really
7 extra armies though. Doesn't get you much though if you can't hold it.
COVID really fucked him up because that isolation. He obviously played this, and we talked about this early on.
He might be having like a mental breakdown.
And that could be very scary, actually, on lots of. But anyway, like I know
it's gotten scary.
It's scary at this point, even and now. But folks are not having it in Russia. They are shooting at these training. What is it? They got a 25-year-old
at a recruitment center. There was there's 10-mile long lines to leave Russia into Georgia and Kazakhstan and some of these other places. These people are like,
and talk about what that's your doctors. That's your
anybody who has
those
wherewithal.
Your brain drain, like it's gone from your country.
I mean, they were already
probably, but now you're more because they're not fucking with this at all.
And people are protesting, and one of the things that the police are doing is they arrest people for protesting and then draft them immediately for protesting. So like, but the Ukrainians are clever, right? They set up a hotline for people who want to surrender. So if you're a Russian soldier who's been pressed into service to go fight in Ukraine, all you got to do
call the hotline.
Is get across the line, call the hotline, and the Ukrainians will come and rescue you and let you surrender to them, and you can just hang out in Kyiv.
Do you know how afraid you must be to go protest in Russia?
Yeah.
Like
that's pretty rough.
The only other place I can think of that would be crazy to that would be like China
or Cuba or something.
Cuba
like
on there.
Yeah,
North Korea, like because
Libya.
There's places that you're like, all right.
Well, Iran, but they're doing it.
They're doing it.
Iran is lighting the women of Iran are mad. But we're gonna have to cover that on another show.
There's not enough time for it.
We do not have enough time for that one.
But yeah, again, Putin told what the folks of Russia banked on was, all right, hey, go do this. We don't care.
It's going to be so fast. We're not even going to know about it.
All right. All these businesses have now left because the sanctions seems kind of bread is starting to short up. But you know what? We're okay because we have Russian pride. And then it's like, yo,
we need to draft you to go enforce that Russian pride. Me?
And
didn't mean me though.
And the dude who even started shooting was mad because they drafted his man who wasn't even ready. His buddy who never served.
Right.
Like you are playing with fire because again, who's gonna defeat Putin? The people
Russians.
Of Russia.
Yeah.
It's the only one.
There's no such thing as a Russian revolution. I've never heard of such a thing. It's probably never gonna happen again for the fourth time.
And I know the big thing around there is nuke, like, right, he has nukes. If he does decide...
He's not going to nuke Ukraine. It's next door.
But let's say when these tactical ones to try to show off something. When you do that...
Can maybe pull it off once.
When you do that, that is when your presidency is over.
Oh, the second one that goes off is going to be in Moscow.
This is a global economy. And when Modi in India is like, hey.
Well...
when Xi Jinping is like, hey,
you want some guns? And she was like, hey, you need to buy them from Iran. If Russia is buying weapons from the Iranians, they're pretty fucked.
It's bad.
Like it's, like you might, let's say you need something, right? You check out Amazon, they don't have it, right? You check out like Target, they don't have it. By the time you're looking at Wish, you fucked up. Iran is the Wish of like armament. If Russia is calling Iran for like their Chinese knockoff of the Chinese knockoffs of Soviet shit that they originally designed, they're in trouble. And it escalated this week because now it turns out there's 4 breaches of the pipelines in the Baltic Sea. So the Russians are shooting at their own pipelines with their submarines, which everybody knows it's them. Right? Yeah. Like we saw it all happen. The water's not that deep because there's a pipeline there. And like, we all have sonar and so everybody's like, Russia, did you shoot the pipeline? And they're like,
what do they say? That's stupid.
They go, that's stupid. How do you know Biden didn't do it? Like, get the fuck out of here. Could it be more like ridiculously Soviet Cold War 60s kind of nonsense?
I think there's a few, like, while I'm sitting in the climate refugee camp, this is going to be one of the stories I think back on to be like, damn, how did he?
We're going to have to tell the story of the first Cold War so that we can explain this ridiculousness.
That's right.
There was a time when there was, the first world and the second world and the third world, and there was Mad Magazine and a Spy versus Spy, and Rocky and Bullwinkle had to fight for us or something.
There was a battle for two stories, capitalism and communism. Pick which one.
They had these terrible cars called Yugos. It's a whole thing. All right, now that you understand that, the second time around, they shot at their own pipelines. We don't know why. They're just...
The world has went through mass psychosis after COVID.
We're already in it.
We're in it now. It's deep. Crazy what's happening. But again,
you know who loves Russia? This is just, this is not in the script. It is in the script, but I'm going to
Republicans?
Yes. Dumb Kevin.
I feel bad. No, because, but no, he's co-opted your party.
I'm going to let you defend Dumb Kevin here for a minute, but here's what happened. Dumb Kevin is out of original ideas. I'm not saying he had any in the first place, but I'm going to give him credit that he might have. Okay. So Dumb Kevin was like, hey, Newt, how did you take over the house? And Newt was like, well, I wrote this contract with America. And Dumb Kevin was like, can I borrow it? And Newt was like, sure.
It's not the same.
It's exactly the same. And so Dumb Kevin was like, I'll take that, but and he scratched out contract with America, and he wrote commitment to America or something like that.
That sounds weird.
Yeah, commitment to America.
Contract and a commitment.
Kevin you know who makes a lot of commitments? MTG's husband. She's not committed anymore. Whole other story. Okay, so Dumb Kevin, Dumb Kevin is like, I want to have a commitment with America, which is just the racist contract with America thing from the 90s. And he's like, but I'm going to release it with
the
a
racist
video.
contract felt like it had more substance.
There was more to it.
Yeah.
They spent some time writing it.
Yeah, a little more.
Dumb Kevin just bad Xeroxed it.
Yeah.
Like those 10-cent Xerox from the old library. Back then, we used to have a thing called a library, and there was a Xerox machine. And
the library is still there.
Borrow a book.
People just don't go.
And you put the Xerox, okay. So anyway, Dumb Kevin was like, we need a video to highlight the commitment with America. And he goes, hey, staffers, go ahead and make this video. And the staffers are like, no problem. We'll get it. What do you want in the video? And Dumb Kevin is like, we want oil derricks and a kid with an airplane and happy white people being proud of themselves. And they're like, cool, we got it.
Yeah.
So the so the Republicans do the barest minimum of work on this and just Google stock footage for these things. And they turn up a bunch of images of oil derricks and white kids with airplanes and sort of generally happy white people, and then sad white people shopping in supermarkets and all that stuff.
I haven't seen the video. I would love to see this
Brian,
video.
do you have the video queued up?
Oh, it's already.
Brian's got the video to go. We are going to showcase for you Dumb Kevin's video about the commitment to America. And I want everybody to pay very close attention to how much of America is in this video. All right, so everybody just watch. If you're watching on the video, we'll narrate the, for the radio
for the folks who are,
listening. All right. Let's go to the videotape, Brian. Okay, so here we have a bridge. It's a bridge.
America is exceptional.
Looks like Tennessee with those trees.
As Americans, we cherish our rights to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. We salute those who pay the ultimate sacrifice in defense of our freedoms. We celebrate the rich heritage of the American story and the vibrancy of the American dream. And we embrace the responsibility to protect and uphold all that has made this nation the world's shining beacon of hope. Unfortunately, Democrats have led America off track, from crippling inflation and rampant crime to failing schools and border chaos. Worse still, they have ignored your priorities and shown contempt for your values. We will not allow it. The commitment to America represents a new direction that will get our nation back on track. We can no longer afford business as usual. Starting day one, We will work to deliver an economy that's strong, a nation that's safe, a future that's built on freedom, and a government that's accountable. This is our commitment.
You want to know what's important about this video, Tez?
Tell me.
A lot of that stock footage is from Russia.
Yeah, I was
it's from Russia.
I was like, hold on, that police shot. I was like, that's the police, but that's not the police here. Police.
Why does it say Stasi? Like, what's I don't think that's how we spell. I mean, I know they're the same thing, but like, what? So Dumb Kevin made this video, and all of the footage is from Russia.
They are not lacking on money. They could easily
They've got the money.
They could easily. But I guess you know what? That's the contract with America. There it is, right there.
So my
or the commitment.
My favorite part of this story is that the reporters asked Dumb Kevin's office why this is the case. You know, could you not find relevant footage featuring Americans? You know, for your commitment to America video or whatever. And their response, I think, is probably my favorite part of this whole thing. You want me to read it?
Mm.
Interesting how you guys aren't remotely interested with the issues facing the American people in the video. That was their answer to that.
It's not, though.
That's not the question. There's no Americans in
people,
the video.
Yeah.
They're Russians in the video. I'm very interested with the Russians in the video. Why do they not have enough airplanes in their hands and grocery stores?
So I was able, because earlier in your clip, you know, seeing how which is edited and which is the original.
Right.
You see, you know, this here is the oil rig. Here, all they did was flip it.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
The funny bit was the kid. You kept mentioning about the
kid. They blurred his face or something like that.
So they slightly blurred it. I found
they put a hat on him.
The full video, the full stock video of this kid with the hat, as you can see, with the hat on and sort of like a longer sleeve shirt. All he did was take off the shirt and hat.
He looks mad European in the original.
Yeah, doesn't he?
That's why it's mad European with that little hat on and the long sleeve.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no,
so,
that is
probably somewhere out in Netherlands or something like that.
I love in the story they say like the grocery store had. You look at the screenshot and it said the store shelf said, I don't know how you pronounce this, AKCI, axia, a Slavic word meaning action. Informally, axia is used to designate sales.
It's on sale. Like, it couldn't be more Soviet. This whole thing is so like, I don't know why I expect them to be like basically.
What would Ronald Reagan say?
Functional.
He'd probably go along with the shit.
Yeah, he'd be into it. He didn't recall. He's fine. But like,
oh Christ, they just load the drugs on that shit.
It's fine. Show him the crack, it'll be fine. But like, I just wonder like why nobody checks. Is it because they disrespect their own people so
I think that's what it is. It has to be that. You don't have to check.
I'm not asking you to be good. I'm asking you to just check.
Okay. As a person in this field, someone who, if you give me full autonomy to create whatever I want and you not going to check on it,
you ain't got the time.
That is your risk.
Yeah. I'm eating
you're paying me to do whatever the hell I want, and that's fine.
Right. So, well, and they took the shortest, fastest, cheapest route. Right. They went for the.
You probably had a whole bunch of interns get some footage.
American stock footage probably cost $1.50, and like Russian stock footage costs like $1.25. So they took that.
Yeah. And imagine if they made it buy it in rubles, you might have won.
Yeah, right.
You probably came up real.
Probably got a big deal.
Big ass deal on that shit.
$50,000 for 50.
Yeah, exactly. Right.
You can buy it in pound sterling. It'd be
even cheaper. So yeah, that is a good point. You know what this reminded me of though? Wasn't there a football team that plays close that might have sold Washington State mugs?
That's true.
Recently?
We definitely did that.
There was some football team that did that. I don't know.
They're
always
the Commander.
They always command attention in the wrong way. They command attention in the wrong way all the time.
They have a potato.
Beat Dallas.
All right. You want to take a break?
Yes, let's take a break.
We're going to take a break. When we come back,
yes.
I hear we've got our guests. Hopefully they're in the bullpen, and they will be able to inform. Now, this is very seat of the pants. We're not really sure if this is all going to go well. They're connecting via a very shaky link from the hurricane-ravaged state of DeSantis. So we're hoping We're hoping to make contact. We'll see if it works out.
We got to get that praying mantis back on to talk about this. We got to get the praying mantis back. I need hurricane coverage.
We'll work that out for next week. I got it. All right,
it might be too soon.
You're listening to Chip Chat on Rip Radio Network.
I can sweep up all the sun. Got it all this on you. All we got to is all that turn. I can sweep up all the sun. 'Cause I'm instant value. I can sweep up all the sun. 'Cause I'm instant value. All we got to is all that turn. I can sweep up all the sun. Gonna love it for you. I can sweep up all the sun. 'Cause I'm instant value. All we got to is all that turn. You are wrong.
All right, welcome back to Chip Chat here on Rip Radio Network. I'm your host, Chip. With me is Tez. All right, so we've got a connection to our guest.
We do?
We're going to see if this works.
All right.
One Fresh Pillow is a pillow company. Okay,
Wow.
we're going to follow me down this rabbit hole.
Finally, we're here.
They're created by a massage therapist and his wife, who is never self-congratulatory and always modest and never tweets.
Okay.
They make pillows for people, which according to their website includes even some gay people.
Oh,
did you know gay people can use pillows?
Wow.
They also aren't currently under any federal investigations and make damn good pillows because I've got one and I tested it out and it's pretty good. So Adrian and Aaron, welcome to Chip Chat.
Hey.
Okay, so the first question we need to know is why do we need a gay inclusive pillow? I thought that pillows were very exclusionary.
No, why not?
Do gay people sleep?
Look,
is that a thing?
Gay people, you know what? They sleep. They exist.
In Florida, though,
very handsome.
Here's my question: what if Ian, the hurricane, meets up with a nice tropical depression named, let's say, Sylvester?
Right.
Are we allowed to talk about that off the coast?
Hot,
or do you have to wait till it gets up to the Carolinas, or maybe like New England?
New England, for sure.
Just to be safe, just to go to a sanctuary state.
Yeah. So there you go. Exactly. We're
Slide
more
send them up to Martha's Vineyard on a private jet.
I'm wondering, right? Do they have to get? Can they go on their own, or do they got to get sent there?
Look, if a depression and a hurricane want to hold hands, fine with me.
That's okay. Hey, we're straight but not narrow. Hey. Hey, way to go, Brian. All right, so real questions here.
Right.
So your pillows are designed. I thought pillows were just like, a sack with stuff in it, but that's not how that works, apparently. So how does one design a pillow, and how much has changed in the 100 years of pillow existence or so? And are there such things as pillow engineers?
100 years of pillows? You think they've been 100? They've been around a lot. I have questions.
People used to sleep on rocks, dude.
Okay, since pillows were invented, let's say in Mesopotamia or
there
whatever.
There we go. That's more.
They've got pillows.
Yes.
And then what has changed in the last 10 years in pillows? And are there such things as pillow engineers? And how do we become pillow engineers?
Well, okay, so we're very good at pillows. We're bad at broadcasting, so just forgive us.
That's okay. We're bad at it.
Same.
No, you guys are good. So pillows were kind of there were rocks and wood, And then fast forward to the 1970s, and they made foam. And so then things went crazy in the pillow world. I don't know. I just sit here and drink wine and look like sort of okay. He's a massage therapist, and he put some like body knowledge stank on it and was like, listen, your spine needs to be neutral.
All right, so how do you like engineer a pillow? Like what's the math on this? Do you are you out there with a caliper and somebody's like laying down? Like,
I mean, we were like,
we like bought every pillow on the market, ripped them all apart, reverse engineered it, and kind of came up with a design, and then beta tested it, and here we are.
It sounds like real engineer stuff,
right? Yeah. It's what's the worst pillow that you came across in the market?
Well, I don't want to. I don't want to say.
This pillow does not listen to the show. It's okay. Was it a lumpy pillow from Minnesota?
I mean, you can say.
Yeah, I mean, probably, but
how did that guy make all that money?
Well,
it's all the crack
cocaine. Wait, you're not supposed to say that.
Aaron was on it immediately.
All right, so very real question here, which I wrote down on this actual piece of paper with a computer. It says, if we were in a pillow fight, would one fresh pillow outperform the Mr. Pillow pillows, and how? Oh, I stumped.
Listen, I cannot legally, because of previous legal things.
Okay, how about we say some things and then you just either say no comment or no? Is that okay?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so the one fresh
I think his lawyers are busy, so hopefully we're off the radar.
The Minnesotan pillow, because it has, like, the Minnesotan pillow is lumpy, but it doesn't have any central mass to it, whereas the one fresh pillow has, like, the one side that is, one side, and the other side has like the thing that conforms or whatever. So like it has some whack to it. That's my theory.
Our pillow weighs
as an engineer. That's my theory.
Yeah, if I hit you with my pillow, it would knock you out.
With your pillow, not with.
Listen, that's the one good thing he did was name that fucking pillow my pillow.
I was gonna say that is an insane marketing thing.
Yeah, it's great.
It is kind of good. Yeah, because you can't help but say it, Lord.
The one thing. Gotta give him props for that.
Do you frequent Hardee's, and how often?
No.
So no. Although we did go just for like a celebratory reason recently, and I was verklempt, to put it
This is
mildly.
a Jewish show. You can say it. That's okay.
Yeah. To find that they don't make cinnamon raisin biscuits anymore.
They don't make biscuits at Hardee's anymore?
What?
Wait, that's the whole thing.
Cinnamon rolls? Bro. And like, I'm from the country. I grew up in a trailer. I have had many a Hardee's cinnamon raisin biscuit. Okay. They were so good, and they were like a little bit salty.
Yeah.
They were good as fuck. And I pulled up to that drive-thru at 6 a.m, and I was like, "Hi, I'm not Mike Lindell, and I would like to order your finest cinnamon raisin biscuits." Those motherfuckers are like, we make cinnamon rolls.
So, like, there was this brief time that Hardee's took over Roy Rogers. Do you remember that?
I remember that.
It was a difficult time in my life, right? Because I live and die by Roy Rogers. Like,
do I remember the Roy Rogers they took over? It was in the bus terminal.
They took over all.
They took over every one of them. I remember when that happened.
I had never watched a minute of the Roy Rogers show, but I know an inordinate amount of trivia about this from the French fries boxes.
Okay. Oh, yeah.
I think I told you about the cemetery trip and this whole thing. Okay.
I forgot that was on those boxes.
One of the brief good things about the Hardee's takeover of Roy Rogers was the vast improvement in the breakfast, because they had the biscuits.
Yes.
Or the biscuits.
They don't have the thing that they're good. They're not good at very much else.
No.
They had that weird sauce they put on the burgers. It was all right.
All right,
it's not as good as like a Fixins bar.
Yeah.
So unless you're diabetic, I mean.
No comment.
Yeah, I was gonna say
pillow guy.
Yo, so our show might as well be like sponsored by the events that happened on January 6th.
Yes.
We
did not intend
we
it
did
that
not
way.
intend it that way, but we just report the news. But
we feel you.
You lot did something real cool on that day. Can you guys share what you ended up doing?
What did you do on January 6th?
Well, on January 6th, the actual day, we drank all the liquor in our household and huddled up in like a ball and rocked back and forth.
Yeah.
And once we got over that and we saw the National Guard sleeping on the floor of the Capitol building, we tweeted about it. And someone said, hey, could you guys send them pillows? And we're like, oh my God, that's a really good idea. We should have thought of that. So an hour later, we were connected to a member of the DC National Guard. And within a couple days, I think by January 13th, we had pillows, sleep masks, and travel pillows in the possession of a National Guard unit. They are pilots and like aircraft maintainers that secured the airways of Washington, D.C. And it was just kind of like, we didn't know what else to do. What do you do when democracy is about to die?
I mean, I feel like you literally sent pillows to support the troops.
Yeah, absolutely. And it was all we could do. Like, we just felt so helpless. So, yeah.
That's huge. Yeah.
That's our home, by the way. Those guys were sleeping, like, that's where we live.
Yeah, when that came out, it was a mile from my home.
Yeah, we're like,
that's awesome.
They're here.
That's very close. Oh, I can see smoke.
You probably saw our buddies, like, in the sky, just checking things out.
We cannot tell you how grateful on their behalf.
Yeah.
They can't say it. Yeah. But we will say it for them. Thank you for literally supporting democracy.
Yeah, right. And then I also saw on the website, it says that your daughter turns down the bad idea. So what's the last bad idea?
What's the worst idea?
What's the worst idea that your daughter was like, nah, that's
you
not.
Guys, when we started this company, she was 6. She's 12 now.
Oh.
Every idea is a bad idea.
Yeah, that's fair.
There is no, I don't know. Like, I tried so hard. I birthed her. I gave her life.
So you did not pass the idea of coming on this show by her first, because she would have turned that down immediately.
No, we put her on an iPad and we said, go watch some TikTok.
We don't even have a TikTok. I was about to say.
Does she know what radio? Yeah, I don't have a TikTok.
We don't even have a TikTok. We're failing.
I will never have a TikTok because I don't need the Chinese stealing my face.
I know. That's a thing.
Look, I listen to you sometimes.
Oh my God.
Okay. So y'all are in Florida, which is unfortunate, but we want to know, like, how's Florida doing right now?
Yeah.
We heard it's a little rough.
So
environmentally speaking, or are we talking about?
Well,
I know the Everglades was dying,
we know there's an alligator in the Senate, and there's probably like 6 or 7 meth addicted people in Congress or whatever, in your assembly, whatever.
Yeah, sex traffickers. We're not doing great.
Yeah, how much of Florida is still there? I heard a lot of it there was even like this thing that they said on the radio that parts of in Fort Myers that like at points the bay and the Gulf connected.
Oh my!
Which means that whole barrier islands were like not there for a while.
Yeah,
so we're in. If you think of Florida as a penis,
yes,
we are in like the ball area, not the shaft area.
Safer. But
Yeah.
that's unfortunately
just
part of
tucked up.
Florida that's really in
And we're just-
Alabama, so that sucks too.
Yeah.
Try not to
You
be in
learn
Alabama.
to accept the inbreeding. So
See,
shout out to my kids.
Yeah, I was saying you guys do that every week. Come on, every week. We'll check in. You'll be our Florida correspondent.
Yeah.
I love it. I'm here for it. No, like legitimately, we're so lucky that we did not get hit by Hurricane Ian. It was headed toward Tallahassee, like a direct hit. Like Sunday, Monday, we thought we were real screwed. And then it took a southward jog. So weather-wise, we're fine, but we're still the capital and the location of the governor's mansion. And I don't know if you guys know who our governor is.
You know about him.
It's not great.
His brother, Eamon DeSantis, the praying mantis,
Yeah.
landed on
Victor Robles.
Yeah, Victor Robles' hat during a Nats game. Hung out there the whole time. We managed to get him on the show. It's a great interview. We'll link it to everybody. They can go watch it.
Yeah, but
Ron, lesser known brother. But yeah,
I wonder about capital cities with awful governors.
Mm-hmm.
Currently speaking, like let's say Jackson, Mississippi. We can say anything we want about Mississippi. Do you want to know why?
Why?
Nobody in Mississippi can hear us.
Stop this.
You say this all the time, and I say it's because they don't have the internet or anything, which is true. But I checked for the entire year.
Oh, God.
Our geolocation tells us where people are listening to the show. And there are 3 states in this union that have no listens in the entire last 12 months. One of them is Mississippi.
I thought they were out foraging for water.
Right.
Yes.
So that's what I'm worried about is
can't be listening to this shit.
If Tate Reeves
you got water versus this show
is objectively stupid and Ron DeSantis is objectively cruel, what hope is there for Tallahassee and your water supply?
You know what? That's us. It's more people like us living in the state of Florida.
And that is real as shit. When you said, unfortunately, they live in Florida, I was like, no, thank God.
I was going to say they should escape, but maybe we should send more people there.
Yeah.
And bust them in, baby. Bust them in.
Let's go. Fly them in.
Bust them in.
That's so good. And you're talking about shit governors. You live in Virginia.
I have one. I got one. He has a vest.
He's a fucking
good
sweater
now.
vest.
Yeah.
And
it's a fleece.
It's a fleece, and he's campaigning around like he didn't just win. He's campaigning for president, and he just won the governorship.
Somehow I like the guy in Maryland better.
Right? And he's a Republican.
Hogan at least got masks. He caught up his,
fucking hell.
It was like, yo, send us a plane full of masks.
There might be a scandal behind that one, but anyway.
We're not talking about that. Quiet. But okay, so Florida is in trouble. What can people listening here do to help, the people of Florida? Because we know that not everybody in Florida is Trump supporting DeSantis idiot.
Yeah, so
there's good people there too.
Right now it's like 49-51. You wouldn't believe it by the way it's portrayed nationally, and Florida man and all of those things, and the fact that Trump lives here doesn't really help that conception.
We would believe it. We actually have a segment that we make most of our guests play called Florida or Not. There's a sound effect. Brian, hit it. Hold on. It's so late.
Florida or
Not. Together, Brian.
Damn it, Brian.
And what we usually do is we read a wacky news story and take out the locational details and see if people can determine if it happened in Florida or not in Florida. But we decided not to make you play this game because you have an unfair advantage.
It's impossible.
We know how bad the rap is on Florida, but what can we do now to help the people who live there who have been decimated by this hurricane?
Well, number one, thank goodness we have a president who isn't a petty little bitch.
Yes, important.
And Joe Biden.
You can donate to FEMA.
Well, Red Cross is, reputable. Thank goodness we have the president that is sending federal money down. I don't even know. Like, I feel like Red Cross does an amazing job, but I don't really trust anyone anymore.
That's where we're at. We don't trust. I don't. That is, but look,
Clara Barton is rolling over right now. She's like, I fought the entire Civil War on both sides to just save people's lives, and now
I hope they're good. I think they're good.
They're not, because they got caught in that scandal with all the money from Katrina and all that stuff.
It's like you got to send your money, close your eyes, and just hope for the best.
Yeah,
Brett Favre probably took some of it. I don't know anymore. Who can you trust? I don't know.
100% chance that
it's hard. You know what? Here's how you can help Florida and the planet. Give a shit about our planet.
There you go.
Oh, look at that. There it is. Look at that. Every week I come on here and I usually do a segment that I talk about the climate change. And Chip just looks at me like, what the hell? Now you're finally You finally been coming around.
The valuable manatees are need our help.
Jesus
or whatever.
You know what? Manatees are a beautiful creature. Also, did you know we're the only pillow company on the planet who has a recycling program?
Yes, I did know that. So if you get the pillow, you don't just get the pillow. What you need to do is it's a pillow subscription. So, because what I learned, which I didn't know,
pillows have a lifespan.
They do.
Yes. No,
I thought I was just getting like miserable over time, but it turns out that my pillow was wearing out. And so, like, you have to get new pillows every now and then, which, you know, feels wasteful. But you don't have to feel that anymore, because if you have the One Fresh pillow, they have a plan where, like, you get new pillows when you need them, and then your old pillow goes back and gets recycled into like carpet padding and stuff. So, like, it didn't even feel bad.
And see, for folks like me who want to and there's a whole right.
It feels
great.
Good.
It's great alone. If it's great alone, right, for the planet. But even just like on the marketing side, there are people out there who were like, they want to feel like they're doing something right.
I want to feel like
you want to, and
I mail several checks a week. I have so many bags. I'm doing my part.
I just want to feel like we're going to live past 2030. Like,
I've got enough tote bags to get through there.
I hope they float.
Yeah.
They might. Are they UV
One
protection?
of them's got a penguin on it, so it'll be fine.
The last penguin on Earth is on your fucking tote bag.
This is a comedy show, man. You're killing us. Oh my God. So get the subscription though, right? That's
of course,
the thing is that the pillows, you know, your pillow is going to wear out. No matter how good a pillow the One Fresh pillow people make, it's still eventually going to wear out because your head is heavy and all of your woe and sorrow is being pressed into this
stress
pillow.
of life.
You're crying into it. You're screaming into it. Why, God?
Misery gets poured into the pillow. And then, you know, not to mention whatever people do with pillows, you know. They wear out.
Don't kink shame, okay? We're a very inclusive company.
Look, again.
That's cool. Straight but not narrow.
Exactly.
So, like, what happens to the pillows that we send back?
So right now, we pay a shit ton of money to store them. We're very cute, and our pillow is amazing, but like business-wise, we're like, we pay money for you to send them back to us. We pay money to store them. And once we get tonnage, we have to have 2,000 pounds of each material. Then we can recycle them. We sell them on the recycled materials market. And so the foam can turn into things like carpet padding, like you said. I think the fibers can turn into like car floor mats. And I don't know what those recycled freaks are doing, but I love it. It's business, you know, like you buy it, it's you do you.
Get you a pillow, recycle it, we'll turn it into radio.
Right. I'm gonna hear.
That's unfortunate for
when
everyone.
I hear One Fresh pillow on Marketplace.
Yes,
I'm gonna remember that they were here first.
That's right.
Because I can already.
Oh my God! If we could have Marketplace dollars, are you kidding me?
No, so Kai Risto called me today. He's like, "You got the Fresh pillow, people?" I was like, "It's One Fresh pillow." Buddy.
It's One Fresh pillow. Get the right.
Calm down, Kai.
And
calm down, Kai.
And he was like, "Can I get their contact info?" I was like, "After our show."
Yeah, just because it's obvious. I know I'm going to be listening.
I got the exclusive.
Yeah, because I can see where this is going to go. I'm going to be listening.
Okay, but like if Terry Gross like comes out of retirement and wants our digits, like you guys.
Look, we're trying myself.
We learn everything we know about radio by listening to a million years of Terry Gross.
That's who I want. That if I could quit my actual job, I would literally interview people
because her job is to read books and talk to the authors. And this nerd spends all of his time reading books.
This is so not related to pillows.
That's
I don't want to do. He has a pillow so he can lay down and listen to the books or whatever.
I don't listen to books because that's not reading.
Right. I don't do that. I wait for Terry Gross to read the books and then interview the author so I feel like I read the book.
Did you? This is so not related to pillows, but did you hear her interview with Gene Simmons?
Yeah, I'm my middle daughter's a huge Kiss fan, by the way. Lives and dies for them, and is like way into the whole.
She's all the way in on it.
She's like, I'm gonna grow up to be Gene Simmons. I got a little guitar so she can practice.
You may want to listen to that interview first.
She can do better.
No, I didn't play her that interview yet.
Hold on, wait.
All she knows is that she loves their music and that he's Jewish like us, and that's all she cares about.
Keep
so
it
she's
there.
like, I'm gonna grow up to be
Just keep it there.
Paul Stanley's Jewish too. Half a kiss
there you
Jewish.
go.
It's all right.
Yeah.
Peter Chris, not so Jewish.
Not so much.
His name's Peter Chris. He's a cat. Nobody cares. All right. Where can everybody get a pillow who needs a pillow or a pillow subscription?
Right.
Who needs a pillow subscription?
Even gay people. Gay people sleep.
Even gay people.
Yes.
Yeah.
In Florida, though, they have to be quiet about that.
Yeah.
Right. They can't say it. There's a special code you enter on our website. You say don't say gay, and then we send you the gay pillows.
Is he really gonna I'm very afraid he's gonna have rainbow pins that he's gonna try to put on people.
So first and foremost,
I'm very afraid.
Here's how the federal aid is going to go to Florida. Number one, Pelosi herself is going to deliver it in a check going like this, from your little video.
I love that.
2, all of the programs will be administered by Mayor Pete himself.
Oh my.
And his husband.
Oh no. Whoa.
And it will all contain funding for Puerto Rico at the same time. And that's how we're going to do this.
I love it.
So, sorry, Florida, you're not getting any of the aid. DeSantis is never going to let that happen.
It'll be like,
Oh, no, he will. He's just going to funnel it to,
Mayor
private
Pete's going to
jets.
show up with a pile of money.
And hopefully liposuction. Jesus Christ. Or like a tailor? I'm not wrong. Who looks at him? No one loves him.
DeSantis needs liposuction just so he can balance properly. Do you see how he stands?
Yeah.
What's up with him and Trump? They both stand like this weird way, like
their
they're leaning.
ears.
Kind of
their ears.
I got their ears. It's not their ears.
They need to smoke some weed.
It's probably their posture because they've got shit pillows.
Nah.
They're not sleeping on my.
Whoop.
They can sleep on my pillow. They're not sleeping on my fucking pillow.
Yeah, they're sleeping on
Fresh pillow.
Fresh.
Not one of those lumpy Minnesotan pillows. Zero chance they sleep.
Treasonous and seditious.
Yeah.
Right, exactly.
Seditious pillows.
Seditious pillows.
You get them at
Ours
heart.
are delicious. Theirs are seditious.
Okay, tell everybody where to get the pillow
Jefferson
and how to follow
Davis
you and all this stuff.
edition
It's
of
Jefferson Davis.
We're available exclusively on the World Wide Web.
Yeah.
One,
We heard it.
freshpillow.com on your screen.
Yep.
We are on the Twitter.
The Twitters.
We're kind of like a thing.
Kind of a big deal on the Twitters. That's how I found them.
Just like 100,000 followers. It's no big deal.
They're almost up to our level.
We're trying, you guys. You're like a beacon of hope for us.
We need to start promoting our tweets under their shit.
I had that many followers until Ted Cruz took my handle away.
Well, you weren't.
I wished him well.
Mm.
I stand by that statement. I wish Ted Cruz
That's why
well
we
in his
can't get
battle
you back
against
on.
polio.
I can't even ask anybody to get you back on.
No, you can't.
Oh, Raphael.
Elon's never going to let
You know
me.
what? They'll catch the Zodiac Killer someday, and then
Right. Yeah, he
it
might.
will resolve itself.
It's his dad.
Food.
Did you know that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So says the orange guy.
Right. Okay, so go to the onefreshpillow.com, follow him on Twitter, you got Instagram, Facebook, all that kind of stuff.
We're on the Insta. We're begrudgingly on Facebook, even though, like,
We're not on Amazon.
oh yeah, fuck Jeff Bezos.
There you
I
go.
love it. I love it.
I'm
like the literal most.
I'm a
you.
post subscriber too.
Yeah,
Don't-
we
don't-
haven't been watching posts.
That's fine, but I buy like people say I don't buy that much on Amazon. My mom was trying to tell me that one day. She's like, I don't buy that much a year. I was like, all right, let's. In 2021, I think I bought 9 things on Amazon.
No, I have that diaper subscription. I
No,
need it.
if I had something on fucking.
I have a Catherine Graham Washington Post subscription, by the way.
Oh, sure
So
you do.
I've
It's
had
a
it since
separate-
I was 16.
Yeah, okay.
That's a long
No, it's
time.
not.
Yes, it is.
It's not
It's
the
the
same.
same thing.
It's not the same.
She
anymore.
was in charge then.
It's not anymore.
You guys are adorable.
Thank you. That's
Thanks.
Yeah,
That's the nicest thing any of our guests have ever said
about us.
Mostly they tell us, all right, are we done?
I gotta get out of this.
No, I love. We could do this forever. Except like, I drank all my wine like
more
a
wine.
little bit ago, but
We understand. You're dealing with a hurricane.
Yes, yeah, me too.
See,
I'm in the same boat.
Dr. Aaron's clever.
Yeah. Look,
He's a real doctor, not like that Oz guy.
sure. Well, we'll tell them that.
As legitimate, I guess.
neither was the Wizard of Oz. He was a real wizard.
Right.
these Oz folks are never who they
You
are.
never trust a guy named Oz. Guy's lying.
They're
No matter
always
what.
fucking lying.
Pay no attention. Pay no attention.
Don't look behind the curtain.
Yeah, never.
He's got great hair though. That's the same thing.
He's Turkish.
Curtain. Yeah,
Obviously has
right,
great hair. That's where everybody
right.
goes to get their hair. I need to go to Turkey. You're good. You're fine.
You will.
Exactly.
Okay. Everybody knows where to get the stuff. We can follow you. We're gonna tweet links and do all the things and follow.
Ride off your fame.
Yeah, we're
we'll
definitely
try to
riding off their fame.
Yeah, exactly.
We're no good.
Ride us
Hopefully
anytime.
We will
We
ride
love it.
as hard as the pillows will handle.
Yeah. Oh my God.
And
Yeah, we can take it. Like we've taken it before, we'll take it again.
producer doesn't like that one.
Let's get out of here, folks.
All right.
What time is it?
We're getting the cuts.
Yeah,
Pillow time, baby.
Yo, what is going on, friend?
Oh my God. You know who
We
really?
said we were fresh pillows. Like,
Yeah.
You know who could use a good pillow right now?
Who?
Tua.
oh no, I'm so nervous for him.
Yeah,
Did
it's
you
not
see
great.
he just went down?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He needs a nice pillow. Maybe you should send him one and see if you can get. That's a great story, right?
Yeah. Look,
Came on Chip Chat, found out that Tua needed a pillow, sent it to him in the middle of a hurricane, saved Tua's life with your amazing
well,
pillow.
look, Russell Wilson said that water one time was curing
Yes,
concussions.
that's true.
I would take a pillow over curing
Yeah, that's
concussions. than
definitely a
fucking
much better idea. It'll support his neck, keep
Yeah.
him from moving. You
Yeah.
know. All right.
Listen, we'll save Tua and get no publicity for it. I would love to take care of him.
We will heavily publicize that.
Yes.
No.
6 or 7 people will hear about it. Be really good.
But seriously, Aaron's worked on so many football players and college
Not
level, pro
Deshaun,
level.
though, right?
What's
You
that?
haven't had massage Deshaun Watson? I hope not.
No,
No.
Okay,
You
because that
can't name them.
I can't name them. HIPAA laws prevent me from naming people.
I was like, yeah.
you can say no comment if he asked you for a happy ending. That's okay.
Oh no, see, that's not what we do.
I didn't think so. I mean, you know,
Not what we do, my man.
we're all above.
No, and I tried. He's like, no, wrong.
I told you we should have cut it when he said it. We're supposed to cut the interview back then, and you wanted to keep going. This is where
I never know when to stop.
You found out about the French
It's school night. Go do stuff, make pillows. We're gonna go take a break. Thank you to the One Pillow people
Thank
for
you so
hanging out
much.
with us. You're welcome back anytime. You're probably not gonna come back after this. We appreciate it though, and thank you for jeopardizing your reputation to be on this show. We appreciate it. All right, we're gonna take a break.
Thank you guys so much.
Check in, make sure the pillow went well. You're listening to Chip Chat here on Rip Radio Network.
Nice.